Hello, everyone. Hello, Sinistello. And hello, everyone who's not Sinistello. It's time to make Nokia Snake. Yeah, so we have the boss, I think, already in the unused folder. Yeah, Big Snake. BigSnake.png. Let's go find Big Snake over here and move it from unused to assets, monsters, move. All right, next up, we needed to face the other way around, I think. Right? What does it look like? You know what? Let's just close out a GIMP. It's already messing up anyway. There are 35 images with unsafe changes. Look at this dialogue. How are you supposed to go to the bottom of it? You can't even shrink it? Are you serious? Oh my god, come on. Wait, what? Really? How do I... Oh man, I don't know how to do this. All right, fine. I guess I'll just close a few images until we can close out of the program. How funny. It's so bad. Okay, there we go. Hey, Shaky. Hey, Galaxy Inferno. So stupid. What a dumb program. Oh, this is already... Wait, is this correct? No, they're facing the wrong way. So I wanna flip. Yeah, I need them facing right. Okay, so let's go do that. We'll change this. This is bigsnake.png. So this will flip the bottom row, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, then we gotta flip the top row. Sprite order index. What, can I not type correctly? There it is. So now we flip the top one, set this to 0. Wait, this one doesn't matter, does it? I don't think this one matters. And then we open up the whole thing and H-flip it. Almost as many streams as unsaved GIMP edits. Yeah, you're just 20 away. But nice, 15 stream streak. All right, there we have it. There we have it. Overwrite. All right, enemy ID, Snake Elite. Now we go to all enemy data. Plug in our new snake. It's called Big Snake. And it's going to have 2 different abilities. Let's just give it basic attack for now. They're not going to make stats yet. Now time to get ahead. Yeah, now only a 1. I think this is probably going to be a shorter stream than normal. We have someone coming over today in the afternoon, so I suspect I should not be streaming during that time. I didn't even do anything. Let's go fix this. Snake Elite. There. Now I've done something. I don't think this will be too hard to do. There is some other work I need to do after this. And as mentioned, I want to finish all of this stuff a week from now, by a week from now. And all of this stuff means rebalancing the whole game. So it means every boss fight. It means each regular battle. We got to work on pacing at some point. Maybe Friday of next week, I'll just play the game and see how it feels after all that work. All right, so if we go fight here, what happens? Yeah, so there's Big Snake. You should do 40 damage, I think. Yeah, 39 because of fortitude. And if we could kill it, which we can if we get enough people in here, then we'll see the death animation. Nice. Love it. All right, so that's working well. Now, poisonous bite. The poison lasts forever. So we need a new enemy ID. No, not enemy ID. Ability ID. We need snake bite. We don't have a graphic for this. We have the zombie bite graphic. But this clearly doesn't look like snake fangs. So we'll just use the slash graphic, I guess, for now. Yeah. So what should this look like? Probably just like basic attack. It just poisons. Snake bite. I don't think we need a comment for this. I think the snake should attack pretty quickly. In fact, maybe it should attack really quickly and just keep stacking the poison. What I would like for the poison here is for it to not just keep stacking particle effects, because then you'd never be able to see any of the characters. So I'll write that down. I'd like for the poison to stack in damage, not in particles. Not in, well, quantity, because of the particles. Okay. All right, so he uses basic attack. This actually won't work, will it? It's got to be practically all the same stuff as here. Yeah, but I need the same target, and this doesn't return the target. I could just make this return the target. It's a lovely sweater you have. I was thinking about, is he going to call me Sweatum today? You have not yet, but it is never too late. Damage info, get damage. Where's that? Oh, damn. Abbott. Get damage. It's get base damage? Why doesn't basic attack use that? Huh. Huh. Funny. Huh. All right, so we need power scaling. Power, what did I do? Constant, public, const, float, power scaling. I think it should be actually pretty low. I don't know, like 7? I guess at that point it doesn't make too much of a difference. And then we need a function here for getting how much damage we do. This is here. This is not how this works. Deal damage. Fireball damage. Here it is. All right, so this should say damage. Delete the rest of that. All right, single target, direct damage, physical, can be dodged. Yeah, I don't care about those. Then play a sound for basic attack and create a slash there. All right, that looks pretty good. So now it's got a poison. Applying poison is not difficult. It's applying stacking poison that we need to figure out. And I think even then it should be easy enough to do. Yeah, I think it should be easy enough to do. We have a poison entity here. Poison immune. Who has poison immunity? One of the bosses? Huh, interesting. So maybe this should return the poison debuff after doing it? I don't know. I could really confuse things and enter with Mr. Oatman. I don't know if you have the same context in my head, but that would refer to a Pressel. Because I'm not an Oatman. Oh, yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. Good. Then you do have the same context. All right, so poison debuff. Target, source. Duration is going to be forever. Float dot max value. Damage per tick is going to go up each time. Damage per tick equals... How often does poison affect its target? Timed effect. Proc. What is its proc? What calls this? Time since last proc interval. Oh, we just don't set this? So there's a default? Oh, 1. Okay, yeah, every second. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Hey, Yansen. All right, so damage per tick then. If this is once per second... Should the bite even do anything? I mean, it should be based on the power of the snake. Maybe it's just base damage times something. Yeah, let's do damage divided by 5. Sure, that sounds good. And this is going to last forever. And then we're going to add this if it doesn't already exist. And if it does exist, we're going to change it. And no matter what, we're going to say that it's poison the target. All right, so now what? Now we go change some other things. So poison should be replaced with translate poison floating text. Which means we need to go use that using static. Snakebite should have the same thing. Does it know? Yeah, it's close enough. I can write out the translate part. And now to combine them. So this part's going to be a little bit difficult. Poison debuff, existing debuff equals... Is this a thing? There's no get effect on this. I think it's get effect by type. No, there is a get effect. It's the first. Interesting. So if there were multiple, this would be a problem. And this is not a generic thing. And we just need to know this might not exist. Yeah. Cannot implicitly convert effect to poison debuff. There's no better way to do this? I guess I have to cast it. Well, thankfully, I know it can only be this. So if existing debuff is not null, then we're going to take the existing debuff, and I hope we can just change it. We can't. Yeah, these things are private. So maybe like update damage. We should just make an update damage. Yeah, fine. Public void update, or like add damage per tick. Now, why is that a problem? Because there's no private setter on this. What did you end with the translation thing? I missed it. Do you have somewhere I can help with translations? Not quite yet, I don't, but we ended with using Weblate. And the reason why I don't have anything yet is because I need to finish translating the rest of the code base. So where is it? Yeah, here. Here's the, well, this is not what I meant to link to. It's this. So I only have part of the Spanish strings on there. I don't even have all the English strings on there yet. So I've got to eventually add more languages. I think I have your, let me go take a look. I probably wrote down if you offered, no, I did not write it down. What language could you help with? Because I can add your name here. And at some point I should say like, reach out to the people who offered help and solicit help from more people. Danish, cool. Yeah, I will write this down. So thank you very much. And at some point we'll get to that. I've been working on my off-stream time on doing localization stuff. So now we have more and more translate calls in the game. If we just search for these, we have 519 of them. Well, some of them don't count, I guess. But yeah, like any of these are now going to show up in the English string file. And then same thing with TR calls. There are 117 of these, but there are lots and lots that I have not done yet. So pretty much anything that has like get ability description tooltip. This is not all of them, I guess. Some of these are, I want to find an example. Yeah, like this. This is just a hard-coded string. There's no translate call here. And then this is another thing I got to fix at some point. We have an S here, which for English works because it means seconds, but not every language is going to need an S there. So I got to translate even these. So I've got to go through every single string in the code base still and just make sure that they all have translate wrapped around it. Can be better than English with two translators, they agree. I'm German, but really bad at it. Not sure how helpful that might be. I mean, if you want to take a look at the strings at some point, you don't necessarily, like, everyone can do whatever they want to help with. So imagine that we're looking through this and you click on translated strings and you're like, I don't know that. I don't know that. Oh, but bite. I know the word for that. You could just click this one and fill in the string for it. And then that's it. You can close the tab and never help again, and that'd be fine. So, yeah, I can at least write your name down for it. I am curious, though, completely unrelated to this. Why do you say you're bad at German? I'll say she said she was willing to help. That message just doesn't prove it. Hey, Saro. Hey, Lammy. Could help with German as well. Cool, cool, cool. I should probably sort this by language. No, maybe not. Yeah, maybe I should say German, German, Dutch, German, Danish, Danish. Yeah. Can they just slowly summon random mini bosses? That would be pretty cool. But no, it's got to be a snake. This is the only one where, for lore reasons, it's got to be a snake. None of the other ones had lore reasons for being what they are. It could have been anything. They could have all been snakes too, I guess. All right, where did I leave off of this? Yeah, here. All right, so if existing was not null, then we say update or add or increase damage. What do I call this? Add damage per tick. Otherwise, make one of these. And then no matter what, say that we poison them. And that's it. Let's go try it out. Snake bite. So how fast is this? Every 1 second? I think it's a little too fast. Maybe every 1.5 seconds. No. It's got to be pretty fast though. 1.1, 0.95. I just don't want it to be perfectly synced with poison showing up. Yeah, you just got even more sad. I mean, if it summoned a Yeti and then it just started insta-killing stuff, that'd be crazy. I use so much English, especially in games. I prefer English words by a large margin. Horrible judge of quality for translations. How often do you speak German in real life? Because I wonder if you just live in a place that's mostly English speakers or something. All right, so it's poisoning characters, and then they're just taking poison damage forever. And it should be adding, but I'm not paying attention, and I can't tell. Yeah, I should probably pay attention. It's dodging poison? You shouldn't be able to dodge poison. Let's deal damage here. Here it is. This should not be dodgeable. Can be dodged. False. And there's no way for it to miss because... Oh, wait. Actually, there would be, wouldn't there? Can miss. Interesting. This is stuff that never mattered before this. And it's a good thing we're testing with the archer. All right, so let me think about this. We divided by 5, and it's doing 40 damage. So it should be doing 8 if it's just one stack, and then multiples of 8 beyond that. Except for Fortitude comes into play too. And I'm pretty sure we saw some 16s ticking away at the archer. So whoever bites, they're going to start taking 8. Now they got bitten twice. Taking 16 now. And then they took 24 and died. Yeah, nice. This is working. You don't need help with Dutch? I probably do need help with Dutch. Actually, I'm not sure if Dutch is one of the languages we were even going to translate to. But it could be eventually. And I can always write it down. Do you want me to write your name down? And hi, Leap Your Girl. Native German speaker, though, is more of a joke. I know German grammar and stuff really well. How to make cool sounding attack names or stuff. I see. Okay. Yeah, I was just curious. I really only speak English and I've studied other languages over the years and sometimes for many years. French is the one I studied the most. I don't know how many years, but anyway, it's like many years. And then Arabic was for about 3 years. And then Hindi was for maybe about a year. And then Mandarin was for like a month. And I think that's all I've really tried to learn. But I wouldn't say I speak any of these, nor could I really understand anyone that much, except for my wife when she's speaking Hindi. Her Hindi is more understandable than other people's, and she uses the same vocabulary all the time. All right, so this is working. The other thing we needed to do for this is, yeah, when it doesn't hit, it heals a bit. So I guess it all comes down to just the same ability. This shouldn't be too bad. But it's only when it deals damage, which I never even covered. Doesn't this return a result? Yeah. So what do I want to do here? If it didn't deal damage, then we heal and then return. Figured you probably didn't want to include Dutch, but I have done some translations in the past. Small projects or booklets of like 100 pages. Wow. Okay. I'll definitely write that down. You've done like already quite a lot. All right, yeah. Yeah, I know this would be great. I think what I'm like a tiny bit scared about, one is the game doing poorly in general, but two is that I get help from all of these nice people and then the game does poorly. So it's like I got help in making a product that didn't succeed. But yeah, we'll hope for the best. We'll hope that it doesn't waste anyone's time. All right, so it's going to heal itself. Heal amount. Healing can't miss, can it? Doesn't even roll missing, yeah. All right, so the amount that it heals, I want to have it be float heal amount equals ECS get component, health component, max life 5%. Yeah. Now, does health component have a get max life? No, it doesn't. That's fine. I had Latin and French in school, and then I studied Spanish via courses. English since 3rd grade, and very heavily since I was 13, 14. Started consuming and creating all content in English. Yeah. Yeah, I think it would have been nice if we started language learning much younger in my school. But in my school, I think, how old was I? I was probably 13 when we started with the French. And I don't think it was possible to have taken it through the schools I went to at least sooner than that. Because, yeah, I think it was 8th grade. I think that's when I first started taking it, but maybe it was 9th. I don't recall. Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of what I was thinking. So when looking online, it didn't feel like Dutch was important to translate a game to. Like if you could only pick, let's say, 10 languages, then it wouldn't make it to the list. But if you could pick 50, it would probably make it to the list. So I don't know where Dutch would rank in that group. But yeah, it is close-ish to English. All right, I think we've done this. I wonder if we should write heal or something above this. Let's take a look. So every time you dodge an attack, it will heal itself for 5% of its life. I should extract these into functions. All right, so I'm just looking at its life right now. So far, nothing is dodged. Yeah, nothing dodged that whole time. Okay, let's just try it again. The archer should dodge at some point. What is going on? What is going on? Does it not have the dodge ability? No, it does. I guess because the poison is killing it? But still, get poison means there's a 30% chance. And I run 2 whole... Oh, there it goes. Yeah, so it got healed. Okay. All games as a kid were English. Yeah, I see. Yeah. Actually, it's kind of funny. So I mentioned this before. We've had a bunch of YouTubers cover Skeleseller, and there's been roughly like one per other language, non-English language, except for maybe Spanish. I think there might have been like two Spanish YouTubers who covered it. But anyway, of all the languages, I think they all pretty much said it'd be nice if this game were in my language. But I don't have a Dutch YouTuber that I know of who covered it who might have said, I would like this to be in Dutch as well. It'd be interesting if the one Dutch YouTuber, which we don't have, if the one Dutch YouTuber had been like, yeah, it's fine that it's in English. I can understand it. It would have just been an interesting data point. Private, void, heal after dodge. All right, so I want to put this here. I'm going to need to pass this a whole bunch of different parameters. So what, node, entity, I guess just the battle system in that. All right, easy. Oh, what? Oh, stop. All right, there's that. And then deal poison damage. Yeah. Private, void, poison. This is probably the same thing, right? Node, entity, node, target, battle system, battle. And then just plop all this stuff down there. And then we need to pass in the damage as well. Perfect. Yeah, it's looking pretty clean now. So we have the find a target, deal damage, play a sound, and add the graphic, heal or poison. In fact, we can just make this an else. Nice. I think it's pretty clean. Kind of horrifying when you read it as the English word. Isn't it the same in German? As in, you'll see it everywhere. Hey, thirsty drink. What about a healing poison? There is no such thing in this game. There's only the bad kind of poison. The hurting poison. It healing 5% of its life actually is not super significant. So you could just dodge anyway. I guess you just can't dodge every attack. Like if we put the warrior in this battle, let's put the warrior and the cleric and I don't know, some other people, it doesn't matter. And then the warrior, we give them, excuse me, disorient and relentless crush. Where's that? There. Okay, now we start this battle. So they're going to make it so that the snake misses a lot. So they should just constantly be healing now. 50, 50, 50, 50. Yeah. So now they're unkillable. And now it's going to wear off. Yeah. So now they're not going to heal anymore. This is very cool. Yeah, I like this a lot. I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much all of it. Steady shooting should only give you the dodge bonus if you had at least 6% to lose. Intersect miss, close all the issues like this one. Make sure we got all the graphics. Wow. All right, well, I am feeling pretty good. Yeah, getting done with all the bosses this week. Let me look at the journal again. What else did we do? Because there was something else that happened this week. This week started here. Got bosses to show on the battle map. Fixed up the rewards UI. Designed mechanics. Started coding. Okay, yeah. So we've been coding bosses for about 2 days, 2.5. And we designed them here. And we got them to show on the map there. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's been going very smoothly. Coded all of the remaining bosses. Yeti, plant. I don't remember what the order was. I think it was that though. Plant, Yeti, and snake. Big snake. All right, so that's good. That's good. We just moved this. What is going on? There we go. There we go. Great. All right, snake bite. What are we looking at? Anything special? Nope. Everything looks pretty good. I'm gonna reload this anyway. In Dutch, it will be translated to water. I bet there's some amount of context I might need, but I can just guess what it is. It's pretty funny. Yeah, this is all pretty straightforward. We have a setter for this. We translated this now. Oh, yeah. All right, so add snake boss. As part of this, I made it so that poison can't be dodged. This never would have mattered before now. Okay. Looks good. Looks good. Get rid of that. All right. Well, you know what would be nice is to make all of the instances now reflect where the enemies are supposed to be. That's what this is, this task. Problem is we don't have all the locations, and we're not going to have all the art for all the locations, but I still kind of wanted to figure out how the map would go. If I'm going to do anything, though, I should probably do the cleanup stuff. I just don't want to do sound things on stream right now. I probably should, though. Yeah, fine. All right, so we need to go through all the bosses that we had, which is what? Enchantress. I have them all listed out, right? Slime, Phoenix, Plant, Yeti, Snake. We also should probably come up with names for them at some point. Need names for all of the monsters. Enchantress. Let's just copy paste all these again. So this is totally fine as is. Slime, I don't know. Phoenix, I think, is totally fine as is. Plant, I don't know. Yeti is probably fine. And Snake, maybe call it King Snake or something. We need a crown if you do that. Can't call it King Snake. Giant Snake, I like Giant Snake. All right, so Slime and Plant, what are we calling them? Let's load them up for inspiration. Where are they? Slime. There it is. Okay, what are we calling you? What about Grimer or Muck or something like that? Kidding, of course. Actually, you know what? We have the Chef Slime and the Garbage Slime. I wonder, didn't we come up with a name sort of for this? Ugly. Goopy. Who cares? Evil Slime? Does it iterate over the ping offsets? The animation is covered by Godot itself. It has an animation system, and you can just pick which sprites, how long they'll take, how the looping goes, etc. So yeah, it's just letting you specify where does one sprite start and stop, and that's one frame, and then you can pick where the other frame is, and so on and so forth. So what we call an evil one here. Unconverted slime. I think we gotta have slime at the end of their name. Evil slime isn't too bad, but I want something a little less direct than evil. Something more roundabout, like I don't know, like jealous slime or something, and we put in the description, it's mad it didn't get to join your town. What zone will it be in? That's a good question. What zone will it be in? The waterways. Hey, Sky Ape. I'm not sure what you're looking for with build. Maybe the game link. Ganon slime. Calamity slime. The codex. Jealous. Oh my god, that's actually pretty good. But that was, I think communicating jealousy would have to be done with a descriptive piece of text. Calamity slime. I mean, calamity slime is a joke. I'm not going to use that. But I wonder if there's some other thing. Like, what if we just search for... Whoops. I meant to just type evil. Yeah. Corrupt slime. Malevolent slime. I kind of like corrupt slime. All right, for now, that's going to be the working name, I think. All right, and then it even has ugly in there. That's my pick. Ugly slime. I mean, that is a close second. I do kind of like that. Catch all the subtle details and puns? Yes. For sure. All right, so now the plant one. We need a name for the plant boss. So it pretty much is a giant Venus flytrap. Okay, what about Chompy? Or Bitey? The problem is, I guess it's got to be something that you can put the before it. The Enchantress, the Corrupt Slime, the Phoenix, the Yeti, the Giant Snake. Chompy Plant. I can't do that. Compost Slime, evil cousin of Garbage Slime. I like Ugly Slime. I think I'm actually leaning toward it over Corrupt Slime, but I'm not sure yet. The Joelies. Oh, the localizers. Oh, I think I misread what you had said. Sorry. No, they definitely will not. Hey, Flair. Thanks for reporting on Godot Fest. It does sound like something interesting. Unrelated, but that's such a cute plant boss. It's cute. It wants to murder you, though. Maybe just Flytrap is okay? I kind of like that. Yeah. I kind of like that. Flytrap. Flytrap. Define. A trap for catching flies. Pitcher plant. Or Venus flytrap. Yeah, I think I like that flytrap. Wait, no. It can't be a fly trap. That makes it sound like it's supposed to eat flies. It should be the adventurer trap. But then it's not going to make sense. The Venus adventurer trap. A killer plant. A killer fly trap. Yeah, something like that. All the little flowers are very cute, and the tongue matching the flowers is visually pleasing. Yeah, I was thinking Chompy or something for this. The problem is we're going to put the word the before it on the battle map. So it's got to be something that works sort of generically. Anyway, why did I do any of this? Right, because I was trying to figure out... Wait, why did I do any of that? Maybe I just got sidetracked. All right, so Enchantress, let's start with this. Audrey. Little Shop of Horrors. I was debating on that, but yeah, I don't think people would get the reference. And I can never remember the name. It's always Maurice in my head, although I think that was the name of the human. Was it actually? I don't even think it was. I don't know what I'm talking about now. Yeah. Okay, so Enchantress Elite has Holy Link, Shield of Unity, and Enchantress Summon. So this is the only one we might need a sound for. And yeah, it's just when they summon something, and we got rid of the play sound thing. Yep, we did. Okay, well, this is kind of fun to do. It's just also sometimes tedious if you can't find something quickly. So we got to find a summon sound effect. If we just search for summon, does anything interesting show up? Yeah. All right, I'm going to play some sounds. I don't know how loud these are going to be, so you might want to potentially turn your sound down now, just in case. That is a fiery thing. What about this? Too big. Wow. These are all too long. Yeah, they're all too long. What if I just type dark? That's pretty good. Yeah, I like this one, I think. Extremely humbled by how much better at making games everyone at Godot Fest was than me, and inspired by all the cool stuff people are making. Definitely came back with a bunch of motivation. Yeah, you know, as I was working on the localization stuff yesterday, I was listening to the Stardew Valley soundtrack, and I just thought, man, it's like one indie game fuels another in some sense. Did you make any contacts there, friends that you're going to keep in touch with? All right, so here's how this generally works for those who haven't seen this in the past. I try to come up with a sound effect for what we need in battle. And then when we test it out, it sometimes feels very different. So it's not just a matter of plopping this in and we're done. Audio, sounds, battle. All right, so all we're gonna do is just get all these into the folder for now. So Enchantress Summon should probably use this. What happened to Kappa? It's apparently I already forgot. It's a reference to Battlefield 6, I think. But it's not obvious how it's a reference to it. Hey, Kevin. So next up, we go look at the slime. Slime Elite has slime armor. And wait. What does this do? On damage taken, summon slimes. Okay, the summon should probably have a sound effect. Maybe we can go with some like slime goopy thing. I think we're using all of these. Yeah, I think we're using all of those. Are there any that we're not using? Slime Idol. This is so quiet that I don't know if you'll hear it. But I am not technically using that one right now. That could potentially work. Mother Slime Land. Yeah, we're not using that. Okay. All right, let's do that. Why does it keep going back to this tab? I have search selected. I go to this, I go back to this, and it's all of a sudden in battle for some reason. What if I put this as the second to last tab? It still goes to battle. Maybe you can't go to the search tab for some reason. All right, well, let's paste that in. And then get the name of it. So this is for summoning. And what does the summoning? Slime armor buff? Yeah. Slime armor buff. So that's for summoning. What else does the slime do? Basic attack that always hits. All right, I guess we get another slime effect then. What are we not using though? 01 mother slime damage. Oh, one mother. No, we're not using that one. Okay, I guess we can use that too. Yeah. So that's, what is it called? Basic attack that always hits. 01 mother slime damage dot wave. Yeah. Okay, so those are done. Phoenix. What does a Phoenix have? Elite ability has the buff. So there's a revive effect, but we don't play a sound for it. Oh, they empower each other too. What would we play for a revive sound? What do they have? All right, this is the best, but we would need to open this in Audacity and chop off like 3 seconds of it. Why can't I hear anything from here? Audio setup, playback, proxy. It just cuts off though. It's got to like fade out, I think. So how about this? Let's take all the way up to here. Then let's mute this and paste it onto a new track. How do we make a new track? Add new stereo track. All right, and then let's make this fade out in the latter half of it. Effect, fading, fade out. Okay, now let's listen. It's got to fade out sooner than that. It's got to actually basically like start and then fade out immediately. Or we just make fade out go all the way to 0. Let me just delete this track. I don't need this anymore. Fade out, studio fade out. What is the difference? No, it's gotta stop playing. I guess I can just run fade multiple times. So let's take from here. Oh, adjustable fade. Well. All right, mid fade adjust. I don't know what I'm doing. Start, end, add 0%. Oh, there we go. Apply. Done. Maybe we start it earlier though. What is going on? Something weird is happening. It's not at 0. I want it to be even more faded out. I clearly don't know what I'm doing. It's almost there. Yeah, it's almost there. I think we just run this thing twice on it. Once and repeat adjustable fade. Yeah. I think that's pretty good. Hey, Hilarious. Yeah, it might have been because I'm selecting past it. Okay. So this is a custom sound effect then, which we have some way of marking this down. Modified sounds. Here it is. So what is this originally called? Revive 3. My God, stop opening these stupid things. All right, so faded, ran a fade out twice. Chopped off most of the ending and ran a fade out twice on it. Yeah. All right, now we gotta go figure out where I put this. I did not put it anywhere. Export audio. Put this in temp, I guess. Entire project, trim blank space, I don't care about. All right, so did that work? Yeah, that worked. Cool. Leap year girl, I know. Not one of my better moments. I'm proud of the app I built at work. It's an app that allows users the ability to trigger our UI tests. Currently, the process is if someone has a request they want from us, they email us and let us know which tests to kick off. App will eliminate that process. Now users can just go in and kick off the test themselves. Yeah, nice. I think those are the sorts of things that it seems to benefit practically everyone. It's like the person sending the email would probably think, man, I want to just know that this is working. The person receiving the email is like, I don't want to have to read my email to have to run tests or something. How you sell online? Oh, I do a morning and an afternoon stream. So both of them usually work out to be about 3 hours each. And then I take a break in between for lunch. today's afternoon stream, so the current one you're watching, will probably last for maybe no more than another hour. That's my guess. So I'm going to end a little bit early today, I think. But yeah, welcome back. There was this game about a kitten that kept failing its jump time. You almost got me, but you messed up the trigger. You almost did. And I'm like, I remember now what people are saying on Discord. Ooh. I should subtract a point from you for that. The failed attempt. Thanks for putting me on guard, Flair. How many points do you have? How bad would I feel if I removed a point from you? Flair. Oh, you have 0 points. Okay. No, I'm not going to remove your 0th point. All right, so we got this sound, but I didn't actually put it in yet. What is it called? O3 Revive or something? Where even is it? Wait, did I not put it in? What happened with it? Oh, it's 30. Oh, it's not O3. Stop. I don't care about that. 30 Revive. Got it. Okay, so I want this name to be over here. So this will be for the Phoenix, and it comes from Phoenix Elite Buff. And probably stop this from happening. And then what else do we have? Basic attack. Yeah, that's fine. Should be careful whenever I read the word jump. Also, this is a really bad incentive to have for chat. Like, let's try to get Adam to mess up. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. It reminded you of a song? Yeah, it's always tough to figure out what those things remind you of. And especially for classical music, where you can't just remember a name typically. I don't get it. The joke here is I have certain trigger phrases for voice commands. So for example, if I say check out the today command, that is a script log. Okay, that apparently caused a problem. Uh-oh. Hang on a second. Did I just crash my... Hang on a second. Oh, no. No route to host. Okay, well, I'm not going to explain the rest of this. I have certain commands that I can access through the stream, and I'm apparently breaking them all. Check out the X command. See, oops, that's probably going to break it again. Oh, wait, it did it that time. Failed to reach the host. What is it that reacts to this? It's a thing that I made there. Hang on a second. I gotta figure out, sorry, engage privacy mode. How do I do this? Script log. Okay, give me a second. Sorry, I messed everything up. Mini PC run fuzzy command. Failed to establish a new connection, no route to host. Okay, well. It looks like it's working. Hang on, let me try this again. Check out the today command. Yeah, that worked. Why did it fail the first time? I just changed some things with the bot. I really hope it's not related to that because I hated doing that process. All right, well, whatever. It's working now. Just ignore it. All right, so I got all the Phoenix stuff done. The plant is next. Plant elite, where are you? So you have a thorns buff. That's not gonna have a sound. That'd be super annoying. The seed shot and the vine attack. Okay, I know what these are. So we just need to find something that fits them. So what if I just type seed? I mean, we can use that. It's more like shooting something though. Maybe I should type shoot. Doesn't exist. Fire? Fire would be like fire the element, not like shooting something. Maybe we should search for earth then. They have a lot of earth projectiles in here. No, none of these really work. Yeah, none of these really work. Oh, cool, Lammy. Well, I guess we could search for a hit. We have a lot of those. No. None of these really sound right. Yeah, none of these really sound right. These aren't bad. Yeah, I think we use them both. Bow hit. We use 48. We don't use 47. Where'd 47 go? Yeah, sure. Whatever. Let's use that. Okay. So that goes over here. And then we put this for the seed. That's for seed shot. This is going to be impact. We need a cast animation or a cast sound effect. All right, well, what do we, if we search for bow, we'll find the ones where, no, we don't. All right, I don't know. Arrow? No. This is spanking a ribeye. I mean, a lot of sound effects do come from manipulating foods. All right, maybe I just shouldn't search anything. Maybe I should just... Oh, I searched the wrong thing. That's why. If I search bow in here, we would find the ones of it shooting, right? That's pretty decent. Yeah, I like that. 44 bow. Nice, we're not using it already. All right. All right, so that'll be the cast. And then we need the vine stuff too. So there's vine attack, I guess. It's just a hitting sound. Do we have some sort of like plant something or other? Plant? Vine? Leaf? All right, I don't know. I don't know where we'll find it then. Because there's a whole bunch of sound effects in here. Like maybe it would be in a farming thing. Actions. Dig. Oh, those are pretty good. I think that would make sense for a vine sort of sound. I like that. Handling hay. Okay, what else do we have though? It's not bad. Yeah, I think I want this one. Okay. Plug that in. Handling hay. All right, Yeti. What does the Yeti do? The Yeti just insta kills people. There was something marked fine? Did I miss that? No, I didn't see it at least. Search doesn't find it. So Yeti has Yeti elite ability. This is the thing that freezes enemies, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of freezing sound effects we could probably use. And I guess it should be as soon as the battle starts. But it's going to play this 4 times in a row, and it's going to play it very loudly then. There need to be some kind of rate limiting on this. Oops. And I think we have a way of customizing that, if I recall correctly. Rate limit? Bypass rate limiting? No, there's only a way to bypass it. There's no way to change it. Yeah. It would play at the beginning of a battle. All right, maybe we shouldn't have anything for freezing enemies. Yeah, maybe not. All right, so let's just not do anything for that one then. What else do we have for this? Yeti attack. Yeti attack just kills stuff. It's like the most slaughtery sound effect we can find. If we search for execute, what does that bring up? All right, I don't know. Any like big hit sounding thing? What do we have? Water, water, earth. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. Earth, 1, raise. Yeah, I don't think we're using that. Okay. So that'll go for the Yeti attack. And then finally, the snake. The snake has just snake bite. So we should have a bite sound in here, right? That's not good. I like that one. 07 bite. Nice. So, okay, so I think we got all our sounds. Now we got some code to connect them. Snake bite. All right. Okay, I gotta go code all of these things. So we go to sound ID first. And we need to come up with names for all of them, I guess. So maybe something like Enchantress Summon. And then what do we have here? Slime armor buff. What is that for? Oh, splitting. Slime split. So we should probably write the names of these things in here. Slime split. All right, what else? An attack that hits. What does it do? It's just something that can't. Okay, yeah, slime attack. Cool. Phoenix revive. Seed shot. Vine attack. Yeti attack. And snake bite. All right, now we alphabetize all these. And then we go, whoops, before I did that, I probably should have copied them all. And then we alphabetize them. And then we go code, what happened there? There's red here somewhere. Snakebite doesn't have a comma. Cool. You finished the translation? No, I have not finished that stuff. I need to still extract a bunch of strings from the code base, and I think it's going to take many, many more hours. So I have a lot to do. I've been working on it off stream though, here and there. I've already put in a few hours. All right, so we just plug all these things in at once. Done. Sound ID dot equals new path. All right, we're going to need a lot of different volume levels for these things, but let's go plug in the sound effects themselves. So Enchantress Summon is this one. Oh, I put wave there twice. Slime armor buff. That's split, yeah. Then the attack. Phoenix revive. Casting seed shot should be here. Oh, there's seed shot, cast, and impact. Cast and impact. We got to get both of those then. Good. So the first one goes there. The second one goes there. Hope these sound good. Get rid of all the double waves. All right, Vine attack is next. Yeti attack. And then we only have one more. Good. Cool. Do we do anything for battle sounds? No, we don't. All right, now we got to go call all of these things. But thankfully, I already have this written down here. So we can go into Enchantress Summon. And this is when we summon a new thing. So basically down at the bottom of this. Battle.play sound. Sound ID.enchantress summon. Cool. Oh my god. There. Alright, next up, slime armor buff. This should be pretty easy to plug these all in. So summon slimes. Summon slimes where we'll have a sound for this. Battlism play sound. Slime split. Alright, basic attack that always hits. Oh, this calls use basic attack, but it automatically plays a sound. Oh, no. No. All right, I want to override the sound then. So fine. Sound ID. Sound ID. Yeah. And then here we plug this in. Sound ID is going to be... What do I call this? Slime attack? Slime attack. Okay, we are through all of these. So now we have the Phoenix one. Phoenix Elite Buff. This already has a sound, so I can just replace it. Yeah. With Phoenix something. Phoenix Revive. This is not how this is supposed to be, though. Oh, it's technically got two sounds. Oh, man. Okay, fine. I don't have a sound for empowering the other allies. All right, that's fine. For each place out. No, I'm not going to do that anymore. I took that out of there. It's just in Revive. The for each is that it powers up the other two Phoenixes in the battle. And I left a sound in there just to have a play sound call, but I just deleted it completely. All right, so this is basic attack. This needs to be seed cast. And then on hit, it needs to play seed impact. Done. Vine attack is next. Play the Vine attack sound. We got to test the leveling of all of this too. It's not going to take too terribly long. What is it called? Yeti attack. And then the final one is snake bite. And this is going to play snake bite. All right, cool. So that's everything. Let's listen to what they sound like in context. In order to do this more easily, what we should do is put all the bosses individually into different instances. So the Enchantress should go first. Then in the canyon, in the regular battle, let's put the slime. Then in the volcano, let's put the phoenix. Oh, there should be 3 phoenixes though, right? Yeah. Then in the jungle, we'll put the plant. And then that's it. I'll just test those for now. I don't want this to get too crazy. All right, so we were just trying to listen to the sound effects and hear if they're leveled correctly. So I need to get an idea for what do they sound like amongst other sounds that are happening too. And this first one that we're doing is for the Enchantress every time they summon something. So let's turn on the sound. And I'm gonna turn up my sound. So let's put the Archer, Golem, Cleric, and Mage. Wait, none of that worked because I forgot to restart it. I never imported the sounds correctly. In fact, it probably printed an error just there saying it couldn't have worked. All right, well, let's try again. You, and you. Oh, neat. Yeah, that's great. Oh man, I really like that. Yeah, that adds a lot. Okay, great. So that one's good. Let's go to the next one. So which boss is this? Okay, the slime. So when it breaks into other slimes, it's going to make a sound, and when it attacks, it's going to make a slime sound. Okay, that's a little too loud, I think. Hey, Tebow, how you doing? All sound data, slime attack. Yeah, let's set the volume 0.75. Yeah, I can hardly hear the other sound. Slime split should probably have a volume of like 1.5 at least. So we'll need to test the slime again. In fact, I'll just close all of these. Test slime again. Both were leveled poorly. All right, what's next? Next up is Volcano. But I don't remember who's here. I think the Phoenix. All right, so the Phoenix... Ooh, yeah, that's fine. The Phoenix is when they revive. So we gotta wait for them to die. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so Phoenix is good. And then what's the last one? The plant? Plant it is. All right, so the plant is when it shoots a seed and when it uses the vine attack. I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything. I'm not even sure I saw the vines. Okay, they're just really quiet. I think we need to level those up. Volume 1.5. Impact, same thing. Vine attack, same thing. All right, test, plant again. All were leveled poorly. All right, let's do it. Quit. So the slime had them in 2 different directions, right? Yeah, the attack sound was too loud and the split sound was too quiet. That's better. I still don't hear the splitting sound. Let's set it to 2.5. Yeah. Oh no. Darn it, I died. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, it needs to be even louder than that. 3.5. How's performance? Is it something you notice? Performance has been fine. I don't find it funky to use C# for this, but I guess it's all whatever you're used to. If you're used to seeing GDScript or you're used to seeing people code directly in the editor, it might look a little weird. But it feels pretty natural at this point. All right, I'm gonna try this again. Yeah, I'm not sure it's the right sound effect. But anyway, the leveling is fine. So now let's go to the next one. Jungle. All right, the impact isn't loud enough. So let's set this to 2.5. And I think the seed cast can be a little bit louder. And the vine attack I'm still not really hearing. Let me try again. I am hearing it. It's just a hissing sound. And I guess it's a little bit hard to see because it's already green here. All right. I use full GDScript, but I fear I'm not using something more optimized. I'm afraid of missing out on something good. I think until you know there's a problem, it should be fine. And you can always mix GDScript and something else if you want to, for anything that's tight on performance. So yeah, hopefully it all works out for your game. All right, let's listen again for this. All right, it's a touch too loud on the impact now. Let's lower it to that. What about the casting? Casting can be a touch louder. I'm not gonna do this too much. And then the vine attack, let me see. Yeah, it's just hard to see the vine attack. I think that's a real problem. But you do see weaken. Okay, I think it's pretty good. All right, so there are those 4 bosses. Now we need to check, what are the remaining ones? Yeti and Snake. Oh, we only have 2? What? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we only have 6. Okay. Yeah, so Yeti and Snake. Let's go to all instance data. And put the Yeti in here. And let's put the Snake over here. All right, so what are we looking at for both of these? The Yeti has an attack and the Snake has an attack. So it's just those 2 things. And we're just testing leveling. Audio leveling. I didn't even hear a sound. What happened? Yeti attack. Earth raise. 01 Earth Eye raise. 01 Earth Eye raise. Should have made a loud sound. That was execute, you heard? Something's wrong. I'm not hearing it at all. I don't know what I did wrong, though. It doesn't look like anything's wrong. What happened? Something happened there that makes me think that this sound wasn't imported. What is going on? I don't understand. It's not complaining it can't find the sound. Unless this is somewhere else. No, it doesn't. I'm so confused. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, The Yeti has Yeti attack. Yeti attack says, play that sound. I don't know what I'm missing. Is the death sound overwriting it or overshadowing it? I don't know. Let's see how this works. On play sound. Because yeah, maybe it has to do with it dying. It doesn't know about an entity, so it shouldn't be possible. Audio player.play. If it's rate limited, it wouldn't be. Then just play it. Huh, interesting. Hey Jordan, I'm doing well. How's it going for you? Oh, whoops. What a funny command. Adam is planning to launch Skeleseller in Q1 2026. He'll hopefully... He may forget to update this command, but you should eventually see the real launch date on Steam. All right, there. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, let's turn off the sound for a bit. Or music, I mean. I don't hear it playing this. It's a very bassy sound, too. How did I miss this? I didn't type wave.wave, did I? No. And again, it's not complaining about not finding the asset. I don't get it. Okay, let's try something else here. Let's try putting this here for quick attack. Or not even quick attack, quick strike. Let's put it for basic attack. And see... I don't know, let's just see if that works. Did I build my own Twitch bot? Yeah, that's called Abbott. Hurt my hand a bit. Not sure I'll be able to continue doing the work I'm doing. Well, like hurt it permanently or just temporarily? All right, so we got to go into a regular battle here, like this one, I guess. I can't tell if I even hear it. I just don't understand how this is possible. That's the problem. This sound is so loud. As opposed to something like, I don't know, this. So if we can hear it here, then we should be able to hear it in the game. Super quiet? I mean, it may be quieter on stream because I'm lowering the sound, and also if I'm talking, then it ducks the sound. Huh. Okay, well, here's what we can do then. We can just make it louder. I just think this is dangerous. Volume 2. Whoops, 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 whoops. No, don't do that. All right, let's see. It's making a sound. Doesn't sound like that sound. Oh, I hear it now. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of combining with the "you died" sound. So maybe this isn't a good sound to use for it. Take care, Tebow. Sleep well. Have a good weekend. All right, maybe we should replace this with something else then. Let's go and try to find another sound effect. Oh, that's loud. This is like we just murdered your character. This is nuts. Probably permanently bruise some bones in my arm. Drive a forklift at work and the controller is quite accurate. It can be dangerous if I have no feeling in my hand. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Did something happen? Like, do you know what you correlated to the bruising? Just some identifiable, like I fell or I was hit by something, or did this just you just woke up one day and it was just damaged? Either way, it's terrible. Man, oh man, yeah. It's one of those things where it's like it's easy to take for granted what you just do daily. And what's that expression? Something like a healthy person wants a million things, an unhealthy person only wants one thing. It always makes me think of that. All right, well, I don't know what to do exactly about the sound effect because two are trying to play at the same time. And if we did raise the volume of this by any more, you'll hear it, but it's going to probably be too loud. Unless maybe the reason this is playing louder is because of something that iOS or whatever macOS is doing. Let me take a look at this. So if I open this in Audacity, what does it peak at? Oh, this actually looks very quiet. Then maybe that is the issue. Whereas if we look at Claw, Claw sounds louder. I mean, it's a little bit denser. Let's just try it again. Well, it's definitely audible, and I like this, so let's keep it. What does this picture mean? This is for Animal Royale. And it's not a super helpful picture anyway, and we don't really play this game on stream anymore. A package fell in my hand, quite a heavy package. Definitely learning game dev, and I can do it. This is an incentive for me to do it even better. Yeah, man. Well, thankfully, I feel like a lot of game dev you could do even if you didn't have hands, because there are a lot of accessibility components or peripherals for computers. So like you could use a computer without a monitor and have assistive technology there. You could dictate everything that you're going to type and maybe have an AI like clean up the typos or something. And you can always use your feet, which I think you can get surprisingly good at computing when you do have a limitation. All right. So I think we're good on the Yeti. Now we just need to test the snake. Yeah, that's good. All right, I like this. I think all of them sound good. We are in good shape then. So let's check in all of these. Oops. Ugh, I always do that. Click the wrong plus button. And then we'll look at the changes over here. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Yeah, a lot of these should just be one line that calls the right sound. Then the manifestation of all the sounds with their volumes. Then this, apparently this was not alphabetized correctly. Open and opened. Yeah, because of lowercase and capital letters. All right, that's my bad. All right. Nice. And then we get rid of all of this stuff that I did. So just don't check in the last two files. Use proper sounds for all boss abilities. Sounding pretty nice. Had to forget about heavy things. Yeah, I see. Well, it's good then that you can use it. And I wonder how much, if you have lost feeling in one of your hands, I wonder how much feeling actually matters for getting feedback when you're typing, because even if you can't feel that you've pressed a key, you can still see that you've pressed a key, and you can still hear that you've pressed a key. And actually, there are clicky switches that you can get if you want even more feedback that you pressed a key. But yeah, anything with a, like the actuation point causes a click, I think would be really good in that case. All right, well, that worked out pretty well. Let's go see where we left off then. No, this is localization. I'm not even in the right document. Where did the document go? I lost it. Well, that's why we keep links to things. All right, so this is done. Let's move this up here, and then let's move everything off of this list. Good. All right, so what's left on the to-do list here? Write better code for this. Steady shooting should only give you the dodge bonus if you had at least 6% power to lose. Yeti doesn't respect its chance to miss. Close all the issues like this one. We can close these. I think this would be a nice thing to do. How many issues do we have open in the Skeleseller GitHub? 271. And how many of them have to do with adding bosses? Boss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. I think we can close all of those. So we've got 265. This will be done in, what is the branch called? Bosses on. Branch, I'm marking it complete for now. Close. And then let me take a look at this off screen. This links to Discord. I just need to make sure I used all the graphics. Oh, hey, there were 2 different snake colorings that we had. Oh, and stylings too. Yeah. I do like the one that he chose, but this one also looks good. This one looks a little bit more like a Pokemon to me. Don't feel any restrictions regarding the use of a computer. That's good. All right, so that one's done. Let's move on to this next one. Shadow Adventures graphics are here. Again, I just need to make sure I got the graphics correctly. In fact, I can do that off screen. All right, so we'll mark this as complete, and then I will go take a look off screen. Did I get all the graphics? Oh, wait a second. What did we use for the Enchantress? You just used like the blue Enchantress, but she's not floating. Monsters. Oh, she is floating. Oh, okay. Then never mind. Yeah, we're done with that. Cool. Do you check DMs? Don't know if you want to spend time removing those. Yeah, I check DMs, and yeah, I would remove the ones that aren't needed. And feel free to just share them in chat if you want right here. Yeah, so I do not do everything for the game myself, and I'm gonna need to, I should write this down for the localization thing. I'll just write it here. For localization, make sure to put everyone in the credits. I may want a special page for them if they don't all fit. I would probably need to ask too how they want credit for it. All right, Phoenix boss, design the boss, graphics. Let's go get the graphics off screen. I'm pretty sure it's just the Phoenix in this case. All I'm doing with this is I'm making certain that we did not miss out on some graphics. And so far we are fine. So that one's done. And the plant boss was in that same thing. And we got all that. So close. Oh, the attack graphics were in a different one. Yep, I got them. Okay, so that leaves us with 3 more of these. And again, we just need to make sure the graphics are all used. Oh, there was a snowball graphic. Oh, I did not use that. Yeah, we have a snowball. It was supposed to throw a snowball at them, I think. Well, given that it executes you, I don't think it can throw a snowball anymore. Because I don't know if a snowball that would like take out a fully leveled paladin in one hit. But we can save this anyway and put it in the unused graphics folder. Skeleseller, game, assets, unused, snowball. All right, I mean, that's why we're doing this stuff. And then we have 2 more. I'll open these both up over here. Graphics. Wait, plant I already did. Slime. Yeah, slime is done. All right, so now we should be at 265 issues. Yes, good. Cool. Surprise, snowball with a rock inside. Do you think that would kill a paladin? The paladin would just like block it with their shield or something. I'm not doing this all alone, just to be clear. There are, yeah, sorry, I linked you the credits. We have some direct contributors to the code base. We had some asset packs. Like, I didn't make any of the sounds. I made the music, though. But I do try to stay organized. I think it's very important, especially as a streamer, because I lose my train of thought quite a lot. All right, so this I don't think is important to do now, at least not on stream. This we might as well try to figure out. I've never liked the description for this in game. It's just too long. This is what this says. Whoops. Every time an arrow you shoot hits an enemy, you attack 2% faster up to a maximum of 25%. Upon being directly hit, you lose 6% of this bonus, but gain a 15% chance to dodge. It's just the most complex thing. So what I'm thinking is, first of all, let's go find that string. Every time you shoot an arrow, where is that? What does it say? Every time an arrow. Every time an arrow. Yeah, so here's the whole description right now. And let's just plug in some numbers here so that we can just read the string. Every time an arrow you shoot hits an enemy, you attack 2% faster up to a maximum of 25%. Upon being directly hit, you lose 6% of this bonus, but gain a 15% chance to dodge for 4 seconds. Is that what it said? Yeah, 225, 615, 4. 225, 615, 4. Yeah, perfect. So here's what I'm thinking. We should make this simpler. We should probably just say like the archer starts with a flat 5% chance to dodge maybe. And then this stuff could maybe be the same. Every time an arrow you shoot hits an enemy, you attack 2% faster up to a maximum of 25%. Upon being directly hit, you lose 6% of this bonus. Yeah, that would make that simpler. They throw with such force that the paladin shield smashes into his face. You imagine animating this? It'd be like a 2-frame attack. The snowball just destroys the paladin. It says execute. The ideal way of doing this would be to give the archer a special 4th passive ability, which we could do. We could just put the lightning reflexes thing up here and they have a 4th one. Oh, you know what we could do? We could just leave it as lightning reflexes. You start with a 10% dodge chance. You just wouldn't know that you had a 10% dodge chance. So instead of going 0, 15, 30, it could go, or I don't know if I said 10 earlier or not, but it could go 10, 25, 40. I hope you enjoy it, Jordan. There's quite a lot of game there, actually. So yeah, by the way, here's the problem. The problem with this ability as written is that you get a dodge bonus even if you have no haste bonus. So it says every time you're directly hit, you gain a 15% chance to dodge for 4 seconds. Like, you might not have even had any bonus. If you get hit 10 times in a row before you're able to attack, you'll become invulnerable. But it's a faster up to a maximum of 25%, up to 25%, to make it more succinct. Up to 25%. I think the wording of that is fine. And I think it's clearest with the up to a maximum there. But I don't, my problem is mechanically, this is an issue. And my other problem is, yeah, it's pretty much the mechanics. And I guess one is you can gain dodge even if you had no bonus. And two is you can gain so much dodge that you become invincible. For a short time at least. Which is not how the archer is really supposed to work. But if they don't have this and they're being targeted, oh, you know what might work? We could maybe say the archer has, like, this character says enemies attack you 35% more often. We could have something for the archer that says enemies attack you 35% less often. How does this even work? Extra chance to be hit. Where does this get plugged into? Poison mind buff. Will redirect attack. We need like a will not get attacked. Suit has a broken link. Oh no. I remember that one. I didn't delete this status. Oh no, it doesn't have a broken link. Oh my god, look at how stupid this video is. Yeah, it should still work, but it is a Twitter link. Yeah, I should edit this. Adam has been back to streaming since December 4th, 2023. Yeah, cool. I'll definitely change that one. Designer, his Twitter link doesn't work. I'm guessing the designer thing is the same issue where it's probably going to work for me. Or he changed his name. No, he changed his name. Good call. Yeah, I don't know what you changed that to. And there's a point, and then what's the last one? Half day broken link. I think that's the same thing here. Nope, that just doesn't exist. Oh, that's too bad. I like that half day picture. Half day fox comic. I think it was a fox in the picture. But now I can't find it. Huh. I wonder. Hang on, I'm curious now. Yeah, it's this creature. What is that, a dog? That one. This is the comic it used to be. Oh, look at the time. I have to go in 4 hours. Surely no time to start anything. But yeah, I'll just delete that command. All right, yeah, thank you for looking at that, Shaky. All right, what do I want to do for this? We need some way. I think the archer should just have a flat dodge chance. But then they'll never reach their maximum power unless you also raise their dodge chance. All right, here's what I'm thinking. We change this. Every time an arrow you shoot hits an enemy, you attack 2% faster up to a max of 25%. Upon being directly hit, you lose, let's say 5% of this bonus. So we're changing the 6% to 5%. And then we also change lightning reflexes. So that instead of 0, 15, 30% dodge chance, then maybe it goes 5, 20, 35. Yeah. Yeah, I think I want to do that. This might make the archer terrible. I don't know. All right, let's go figure it out. So every time an arrow you shoot hits an enemy, you lose penalty percent. Penalty percent will be... What is this? Oh, interesting. Oh, that's very interesting. How many times haste bonus per hit is lost when you're hit? Okay, we're setting this to 2.5, I guess. Upon being directly hit, you lose that of this bonus, and then no gain a chance to dodge. Just delete that. So we get rid of percent dodge and dodge duration. Percent dodge, dodge duration. There. Oh boy. All right, so lightning reflexes, even if you have level 0, is still going to grant you a dodge chance. That sounds wrong. Does the archer even know it by default? I don't even know if that's going to work. Let's set this to 100%. I don't think it's going to function. Yeah, and it's not going to build either. But the not building is because I deleted variables that I haven't gotten rid of from the code yet. But it should be very easy to get rid of those. Set number of hits. Oh, this was setting it to an integer? Oh my god. Could have set it to 2. Yeah, fine. Let's set it to 2. There. All right. Now what about this dodge duration? So last granted dodge buff is not equal to null, and it hasn't expired. So all this is just going to get deleted, right? Nope. Yep. Goodbye. What did that do? It made a new instance of dodge buff. Is this ever used in the entire game now? Yeah, it is. Okay, that's fine. As long as you don't have to delete it completely. Anything else is broken in here? No. All right, so if I've coded this correctly, the archer should dodge every single attack. But if I haven't coded it correctly, then we're in for a world of pain. Archer. Dodge. Please dodge. No. All right. Yeah, I was worried about this. So I don't have a way of giving the archer inherent dodge without giving them a passive ability that gives them dodge. We could also just keep this at 0 and just buff these. This goes to 20% and this goes to 40% or something, or 35% even. This makes them practically invincible. I don't know about invincible, but it makes them powerful. Maybe 17% and 35%. All right, let's go look at the tooltips and see if this makes sense. I don't love it, but it does make it more succinct. All right, steady shooting. Every time an arrow you shoot hits an enemy, you attack 2% faster. It says 2.0%. You attack... Why is it a P1? Maybe P0? Isn't there a way to do this where you can have it use however many numbers it needs to use? I'm not actually certain that's possible. Huh. Well, if it's going to be an integer anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I only ever do these things. I guess we can do this. We can search for :P and then find all of them and then select the next 2 characters and then make them all unique. And this is what we're left with, P0, P1. So yeah, I never do it. All right, well then, yeah, just make sure this is fine. All right, let's look at it again in the game. And again and again and again until we get this correct. I say that, but I think this is going to be probably pretty good already. Question is, did we just nerf the archer into oblivion? Every time an arrow you shoot hits an enemy, you attack 2% faster up to a maximum of 25%. Upon being directly hit, you lose 4% of this bonus. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Can we change the phrasing on this too? Maybe every time you hit an enemy. Only the mage matters. Yeah, all right, anyway, I think that's fine. So now what? Lightning reflexes. All right, yeah. So here's what we ended up changing. This is the old ability. And the new ability is this. So you lose less of the bonus, but you don't gain a dodge chance anymore. This makes the archer like way more of a glass cannon. Because that dodge chance, if you got hit like a couple times in a row, you'd have a 30% chance to dodge at that point. It does make me wonder if the archer should just have a fourth passive ability. Or fourth innate ability. We have precedent for this. Mushy has 5 of them. Could just put one for the archer and say you get more dodge. Alternatively, we could give you dodge from steady shooting without telling you about it. Or like a glass machine gun. Yeah, we could do that. We could just give you dodge and have it be part of this and then put it in the tooltip of this one. That would also work. Would make better balance to offer a fourth? What do you mean? You mean having the fourth innate ability would make better balance? Are you saying put 4 on all of them? Because like, I'm not suggesting we modify all of these. And the better balance, like we could just put the dodge directly into one of these if we wanted to. Alternatively, we could keep this the same way it always was. Balance between the classes. Like the archer needs the dodge to be effective, you're saying? You know, there's another way we could take this. I like this keyboard. Yeah, I forgot about this. Oh man, I haven't seen a lot of these in a long time. People used to use these commands and they just fell into obscurity. Yeah, so another way we could do this is this. We could say every time an arrow you shoot hits an enemy, you attack 0.5% faster. And then upon being hit, you gain a 15% chance to dodge for 4 seconds. But there's no reason to dodge it. Hold on. There are kind of 2 roles that the archer was fulfilling here. One is making them attack faster and faster and faster, which to be honest, I'm not sure if it ever should lose that bonus. Maybe it should just climb a little bit more slowly. And then, yeah, maybe we bake it into here. And I just say you also gain a 5% chance to dodge enemy attacks. Gain a dodge from the enemy attacked or from all enemies? Oh, like you just have a chance to dodge. Like dodge chance is just some number X. And anytime you're attacked by anyone, it checks against that dodge chance. So let me think about this. Every time an arrow you shoot hits an enemy, you attack 0.5% faster up to a maximum of 25%. You also gain a 5% chance to dodge enemy attacks. Well, that you also gain. These don't belong in the same thing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. What about the Yeti set you down this path? It's not the Yeti that did it. At some point, I realized that the Archer has kind of strange wording on their ability in that it says upon being directly hit, you lose 6% of this bonus, but gain a dodge bonus. This bonus doesn't even have to be more than 0 for you to gain the dodge bonus. And that just struck me as very weird. Like if you got hit by 1,000 arrows, you'd get, well, I guess you'd get 105% chance to dodge, and then the other 993 arrows wouldn't even hit you, which is weird. But yeah, I think I probably shouldn't change this right now. That unused snowball graphic. This was designed for the Yeti, but then we gave the Yeti an insta-kill attack, so a snowball doesn't feel fitting. Okay, well, I don't know if I'm going to change this now. How about we revert all of this? And what I'll do instead is I'm going to revert all of this. I will chop 4 characters out of the description by changing these to zeros. And that's it. So here's the old picture right here. Let's paste this into GIMP. And the new one is going to look barely shorter than that. That was never really defined as an explicit problem. Yeah, well, okay, there is one tiny problem here that I have seen many players struggle with, which is that they read about half of this tooltip and then they're like, that's too much, I'm not going to read anymore. So I would like to trim this down. But the easiest way we could trim that down is by just making 2 different abilities. So yeah, here's how we change this. The period used to be right between the B and the O right there. And now, wait, did it move further to the right? How is that possible? What? Every time an arrow you shoot hits an enemy, you attack 2% faster to a maximum of 25% upon being directly hit. You lose 6% of this bonus, but gaining 50. Oh no, it should be in the, what? What am I? How does this line up differently? All the lines are the same up until the final one anyway. Oh, the bonus moved. Oh my God, I'm stupid. Oh my God. Okay, my bad. Yeah, this line is a different length now. Yeah. Oh, okay. My bad. That was a very easy to solve puzzle. Okay, yeah. So I think if we're going to keep this, I think we should just make another passive ability for the Archer. So I should probably ask Quickie Joe to make like a boot graphic or something. I don't know. And then I'm going to delete this, but I will write this. Add something for the Archer to have another innate ability that says upon getting hit, gain a 15% chance to dodge for 4 seconds. This will let us split up the tooltip for whatever that thing is called, steady shooting. All right. Code for testing. We don't need this anymore. So for now, all I did is make this the tiniest bit smaller. Yeah, there's just more white space on the right side now. Great, whatever. Format percentages without decimals. And then wipe these things out. Not too shabby. So code the new bosses is done. Dress to do items in code, modify art requests. Make these things, make new instance maps. Change a ton of content around, add content. Maybe do the demo pruning soon. Test for pacing and duration. Okay, all these are doable. So here's where I think we stand. I think that on Monday, we're going to look through the battle map and we're going to get all of the bosses where they belong and start condensing information. So currently we have the forest is a regular fight, and then it takes you to the canyon, which is a boss fight, and then it takes you to the volcano, which is a regular fight. The new way this is going to work is it's going to be the canyon twice and then the volcano for a regular fight. So where normally you would have gone through 3 different locations, we now need to condense that into just 2 locations, which isn't super hard to do. It's just a lot of code I've got to move around. Not even really code, it's just this stuff. Like what used to be in the volcano, we now need to move up to the canyon and so on and so forth all the way up, and then like make sure the game is balanced. And I guess what else? I don't know. Yeah, it should all work out. And then Quickie Joe said he'd be free to work on art stuff again in about a week and a half, I think, which should, the timing of this stuff should work out perfectly. And I'll keep working on localization in the meantime. I want to use some of my premium requests from Copilot to do translation stuff. I basically want to say, like, given this file, translate all of these strings into Spanish and just see what it does. Maybe it does a terrible job. Maybe it does a good job. Maybe it's passable in some cases and not in others, and humans can clean it up. But I want to see what it does and how long it takes. And is there a way maybe to see how many like Copilot premium requests you've done? Because maybe I can see how many it's costing me to do that. But I need to do that soon because I think it's the 4th of the month, I reset my quota. And right now it's the 14th, so it's like it just reset anyway. I'm not in a rush, but I need enough of these strings. So I've got my priorities carved out for me and a whole lot of to-do items accumulating. This is practically done. Then we can do, this is the final cutscene of the game. We can do that one afterward. I might need art for that too. I should probably write that down. May need something for the final cutscene in the game. Just an angry skeleton. Bottom right of VS Code will show it, the GH icon. Engage privacy mode. I don't know if I even see that icon. Oh, there it is. Code completions, chat messages, premium requests. Is anything private here? No, doesn't look like it. That's really good to know. Yeah, so here's what this thing looks like when I click it. These are included. I've used 0% of my requests. Yeah, interesting. I'll write this down. Try translating, or like write down that I should try translating by December 4th using Copilot premium requests. You can click the GH icon, the bottom right, to see your quota. Thank you. All right, I want to look at the roadmap again though. So yeah, so this is going to take next week, probably a decent amount of it too. Then final cutscene. I think the final cutscene is pretty simple. So maybe a day, maybe 2 days for that. Use more Oryx items. This is actually technically part of reusing this stuff. Kind of the same with balancing. We need to check timing as well. Stabilize bugs, prune the demo. New trailer achievements, launch date, turn to the to-do list. Okay, yeah. Whew. All right, I am gonna get going. Let me raid somebody. Let's raid Feormund. Yeah. Okay. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I'll be back Monday. It should be a full day of streaming. And we're going to tackle a whole lot of just getting the battle map to work and look good and everything. Cheers to you all. Goodbye.